Hey everybody, this is MadPanda Games here, and today we're going to tackling another part of Lake of Voices. So let's get started, guys. Now, where I last left off, I died. And it sucked. A lot. Is there anything more? Okay. So, I believe now, instead of running past it, I should turn back. 'Cause I don't want to die. Okay. I'll have to slow down, at least briefly, to properly light the flame without it blowing out. With death still on my heels, I must not let one precious moment be wasted. Set on my plan, and with everything in hand, I begin to decrease my pace. What happens if I don't do it? Don't do it. Oh, nope, I'm dead. I let out a loud scream as the prowler latches onto my body from behind. No, 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 no! It slashes its long claws against the armor on my side. I wince. Shh. It hisses violently as we struggle madly against each other. I try to fight down the pain, but it scratches at me again. I still resist against the creature, trying to pull it off of me. It is of no use. Its strength is beyond that of any human. I dig my heels into the boards in one last desperate attempt to escape, but soon I am aware the Nyx has me at the bridge edge. I push against it still before it hurls its body off the edge of the bridge, bringing me down along with it. Oh, okay. Okay, let's just go through it. Yeah, I died again. So maybe I should go to an earlier save point. Okay. Yeah, and I'm dead. Oh no. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Who could have thought? Okay, let's do this instead. Okay. I look between the pathways. Based on my direction, it does seem as though other options could potentially connect me to them before the west does. Yet I cannot possibly know until I move forward. I need to make a decision. Let's go another way. Let's just see what happens. I take a deep, shaky breath and nod to myself. Despite my unease at going into the unknown, I make my way down another bridge instead, one that looks like it could lead in the direction I'm meant to be heading. Feels as if I'm gonna die. I walk at a moderately brisk pace, not wanting to risk tripping or running out of energy in a moment where I may need it. If the eeriness of the lake was disconcerting before, now it is overwhelming. The blizzard-like fog drifting over the waters limits my vision to the span of my arms. This can't be good. The utter silence was a comfort, despite how otherworldly it felt, but the whispering of the lake has started to stir now. I gulp despite myself. They've noticed me. As their chattering grows, I consider briefly if the others hear them as well, or if they have come out specifically because I am on my own. This sucks. I strain my back and walk more surely. I cannot let them believe I am an easy target. I even consider keeping my sword in hand, but it doesn't seem entirely likely they would realize it is something that could hurt them. To keep my mind from wandering into dark places, I count my steps like we used to in training. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Despite my best efforts, things are starting to get to me. My worries wash over me, causing painful twinges underneath my clothes that make me jerk and twitch like a fly-bitten horse. The whispering in human voices, the feeling of vulnerability, the horrible thought of being hopelessly lost all melded together is consuming me. My pace breaks from the steady rhythm of my counting set. It quickens more as I start to succumb to fear. My brisk steps turn into long, frantic strides. Something in me whispers, "Faster, go faster, don't let them catch you," and I listen. I break into a run. Like moving on landmines, flashes of fear explode in my mind and drive my feet harder, faster, stronger along the path. Until suddenly my sense of reason returns and I stop dead. My chest rises and falls with deep, heaving breaths as I try to calm myself down. The monsters erupt into an inharmonious chorus of what sounds to be wicked laughs. I fight the urge to shout back at the creatures. This feels like a nightmare I will never wake up from. I take another breath and resume my measured progress. Okay. It's difficult to tell how much time has passed. It must be at least an hour, judging by how much energy I've expended. Since I recomposed myself, I have not stopped walking for a second. Despite how much time has worn on, the route still feels like an endless abyss. Uh-oh. Then I hear a noise which causes a shuddering chill to creep down my spine, an uneven clicking followed by a squelching sound. It's a prowler. I immediately turn to look behind me. There's nothing. I breathe out, relieved. Am I gonna be scared? My ears search for the source of the noise, but with all the babble, the Nyxy are making, the direction is clouded. I strain my ears. That's it. The noise is drifting slowly from one of the connecting paths up ahead. I can faintly tell the noise is drawing nearer. So this is the same thing that happened last time. I could either run past the bridge, or I can turn back. Turn back. Because that's what happened last time. I ran past and bad things happened. So, let's turn back. Deciding against risking any sort of encounter with the thing, I carefully back away. Quietly, I turn on my heel and retrace my steps. After a short time, I come across a decent enough seeming bridge. With no better option, I take it. I think I'm gonna die. Soon, the sounds of the prowler fade, then completely vanish into the night. I breathe a sigh of grateful relief and hope that I don't encounter any more of them going forward. I think I'm gonna die alone. As I walk alone longer, still in this purgatory, the worries that have been plaguing my heart become muted. Instead, a new fear grips me, the truth that I am becoming comfortable with the notion that there isn't an end to this. I must stop myself from quietly accepting such a fate. I grip the handle of my lantern tightly and grit my teeth. Various thoughts come in and out of the front of my mind as I fight to remain focused on the path ahead. Memories of my birth home, my wolf dogs Adelie and Edelina, the others who may still be somewhere out on these bridges, the moment we were separated, the looks on their faces the last time I saw them. While going over it, I asked myself if I should have tried to go back to the island and waited for the guide to return there on another journey. My supplies would have been tight, however, I'm sure I would have been able to stretch them. Why didn't I think of that at the time? I could have recalled the way we went so far and made it back to solid ground. I shake my head. I shouldn't scold myself for the things which cannot be changed. It is possible the guide won't be returning to the island for many days. And there are many other choices I could have made that would have kept me from being in this position. All I can do is remain steadfast. That is my title, after all. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Suddenly I realize through the fog, the black sky is turning dark blue. Dawn is beginning to rise. At this point, there's no use in keeping up my strength. I sprint down the bridge, going faster and faster as I hold out for some sort of sign. Anything. Eventually, I receive one. The silhouette of land peeks into my field of vision. I can scarcely believe it as I blink away the tears. With renewed spirit, I press down the bridge with increased speed, desperately trying to outpace the sun. The glowing orb peeks into view against the obscured sky and begins to ascend unfeelingly. With each step, the sky brightens ever so slightly more. I race through the oppressive fog and... oh shit. The bridge beneath me goes no further, just a hard drop off into the lake. It's a dead end. I nearly collapse against the wood, the awful sight knocking the breath right out of me. I can see the shore clearer than ever, sitting on the horizon out of reach. My legs wobble again and fully give out beneath me. I hang my head, unable to look ahead at the beautiful sunrise outlining the island. Begrudgingly, my body heavy and lifeless as marble, I stand and turn around the way I came. Deep inside, I know that there is no hope of getting on the correct bridge and reaching the shore before it's too late, but I don't care. I'm going to keep going. After too many drinks, some fellow guards talked about wanting to die fighting. I never thought about it before because I didn't want to, but now I know what I want to be doing when I die. I want to be going forward. Running against all hope that I will ever be safe again. Running in defiance. Running to find my way back to those who need me. So I do. I sprint as the sky becomes red and the darkness recedes. I cry unreservedly for the first time. At least in this moment, I do not have to fear that the weakness inside me will undo all my efforts. It is already too late. My legs pound against the boards almost as forcefully as my heart beats. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am when the bridge creaks and clanks together. My tears come faster, but I keep running across the treacherous bridges, even as thin lines of water start to trickle across the sinking boards. Suddenly, I can't run anymore. As if to mock me, the bridge ahead falls away, leaving me at another dead end. I halt. My face is wet as my drenched feet. I stare into the sun, my eyes going bleary and star-crossed from the burning light. I hope the others are not here. I wish that they found the other side, that they are able to have happy, long lives. The The bridge is sinking rapidly now, jolting me into the cold black lake. I try to tread water, but my armor weighs me down in this dense fluid. Inevitably, my strength is quickly sapped away. I don't sink so much as plummet down into the lake. The desperate fighting burning in my lungs takes a few minutes to subside. Then I slip into unfeeling nothingness. Oh well. Okay, that's another way to die. So let's go back to that part. Instead of going a different way, let's go to the guide's place. Let's go west, and then when the prowler comes, we'll turn back. Okay. Follow the guide's path. Yep. Let's just continue. We've already been. Yep, we've already read all this. Yeah, I know. Be scared. Be very scared. Be very scared. Okay. Yep, prowler. Can't run past it. Okay. So turn back. Let's try turning back. Oh, it might be the same thing. Dang, I'm afraid this is, might be the same thing. Am I just gonna die no matter what? Am I just gonna die? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna die. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna die anyway. Okay, no matter what, I'm gonna die. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Oh, we're dead. Oh no. Oh, that's sad. Dang it. Where can I go? Let's go this while they're arguing. Maybe. Oh wait, no, this is where, I'm gonna die.
Kika.
Dang it. Yep, I think I'm gonna die. Okay. Maybe I should load something else. Okay, let's load something else. Let's try this. Oh wait, 2058. Yes. And then let's just skip. Let's skip. Okay. We can discuss at the end. I don't really know what I did. Oh yeah, this is when we fight.
Everything is.
How much longer until...
Yeah.
It should only be.
No,
Is
dude.
there a
Don't argue. Don't argue.
If you have something.
Is something just gonna happen? Is nothing gonna happen? Am I doomed to die?
Don't.
Am I doomed to die?
Well, in that case,
Yeah, okay, I
I'd
think
like
I'm
to
doomed
know
to
if
die.
I'm on the...
Oh, yep. Yeah, oh, I'm doomed to die. Dang, that sucks. Now, what happens, though... Oh, wait, no. What happens if I go a different path, but then I go past it? I feel as if the same thing will happen to me. Yeah, let's just see what happens. It didn't run. Let's stare it down. I managed to calm my mind down from the commotion and recall what the guide said when we first encountered a prowler. You don't have to run or fight, you only need to keep moving while keeping an eye on it. I can't keep on running forever, and doing so only seemed to invigorate them further. Ugh, nasty. I fix my stare on it forcefully as the creature recoils from my relit lantern. Moving at a steady but brisk pace, I continue forward, making sure to check behind me often. It creeps at a distance, however the thing makes no more dramatic attempts to engage me, choosing only to lurk. Wait a minute, no. I want to... First of all, I'm gonna save this part. I went on a different path. So I think... If I... Here, let's go this. There's just gonna be a little... You know... There's gonna be just a little skipping around, guys. Go past it. Light the lantern. Okay, yep, skip. Stare it down. Yep, we've already done this. Very creepy. Very creepy. Okay. Moving at a steady but brisk pace, I continue forward, making sure to check behind me often. It creeps at a distance, however the thing makes no more dramatic attempts to engage with me, choosing only to lurk. I'm set on edge by its presence, but in a way it's strangely beneficial. It makes it hard to get lost within my own mind when the tension in the air is so high. Reaffirming my goals, I go down bridge after bridge, making my way to what I can only hope is the way out. Eventually, the prowler halts at the precipice of one of the branches. Frustrated, it paces back and forth on the border as though something is physically stopping it from going further. I decide to take that as a good omen. This journey of mine returns to one of isolation. Even the whispers of Sinlos have ceased. Ooh, dawn. Will I live? Suddenly I realize through the fog the black sky is turning dark blue. Dawn is beginning to rise. At this point, there's no use in keeping up my strength. I sprint down the bridge, going faster and faster as I hold out for some sort of sign, anything. Eventually, I receive one. The silhouette of land peeks into my field of vision. I can scarcely believe it as I blink away the tears. I'm kind of worried it will just end at a dead end again. With renewed spirit, I press down the bridge with increased speed, desperately trying to outpace the sun. Let me see. Oh, there's a voice in the distance. It isn't the horrifying sounds of monsters looming. It's Bamel. He's calling out for me. Emily! Oh my gosh, we're gonna live! I shout back to him through the dark, foggy void. My voice comes out as a horribly weak wheeze between deep, shaky breaths. I'm almost certain he couldn't hear me. I'm not bothered by that, however. I will find him. I'm coming, Bamel. Please, just wait for me. Oh my gosh, we're alive! I keep running against the increasing light, and his figure comes into view, here, on the bridges. Bamel races towards me at high speed and doesn't slow down when he gets near. He grabs hold of my side and supports my dropping frame as I slow to a stop. Oh yeah, he's got some loving eyes. He's got the doomy face right there. I barely choke out a sentence as I strain to catch my breath.
Why are you here?
I was looking for you, of course. I knew you had to be nearby. You had to be.
Wait, does that mean we're both gonna die?
Don't worry over it. I wasn't reckless enough to go in the dark. I waited until there was some sun and stayed on one path.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna live? He grins at his own planning skills. I grow cross at his risky behavior.
The bridges could have sunk.
Then you both would have died. Despite the admonishment, I'm terribly relieved to see him again.
You are free to give me a proper lecture some other time. Right now, I'd say it's time for us to get out of this damned place. Are you still able to run?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna live! I put all my weight back onto my feet and nod at him confidently, though my legs still lightly quake beneath me. Bamel gives me a reassuring smile, something I had come to believe I would never get to see again.
Don't worry, we're nearly there.
Yes! I provide a battered smile in return. Like, I've been through a lot. The two of us tear across the bridges in the direction Bamel points out, and just as he promised, the end comes into view. Against all the odds, we both make it. Oh my gosh, we're alive. I nearly tumble off the bridges onto the solid ground. I crouch on the ground and lay my head between my legs, unable to stand. I rest there quietly for a few moments, taking time to allow my breathing and emotions to settle down. Finally, I look up from my lap and see Bamel standing ahead of me. Both of her eyes are flowing with tears. Oh, we're alive. Bamel walks over and sits down in the dirt nearby. He gazes deeply into my eyes with a gentle smile gracing his lips. No words need to be exchanged between us to know what the other is thinking. I'm glad for it, because I'm not sure I would be able to speak, even if I needed to. I'm just so happy. The sound of sloshing and wood lurching captures our attention as the bridges begin to sink. In a few minutes, only the lonely dock is left. Hey guide. Thanks for the tip. Thanks for telling us to go west. We lived. After a few trial and error. With that, the guide walks towards me.
It is time to leave this place. There is nothing left for you here.
Yeah, we're alive. Upon being addressed by him, I rise to my feet. He has a calm look on his face, though there is force behind his serenity. I open my mouth in an attempt to speak. However, I quickly realize I have little of what to say. Do I thank him for this? Should I give him my trust? Was our survival because of him or despite him? Even now, I cannot know for certain. And then the fog is removed from my thoughts. After everything that has happened, it becomes clear. I harden my face to match his serious disposition. There is something he is certainly right of. This lake isn't a place to linger. Going round and round in circles will never help. We cannot submit our lives or our minds to Sinlos. For better or for ill, there is only one person who can help those once they are within its grasp, the guide. If he were removed, the place would be no safer. What I must do if I truly want to defend others is keep them from coming here at all. When I return to my village, I intend to make that information acutely known to our elder. For that to happen, we must leave.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye. Hope we never see you again. His eyes narrow as he looks over me. I begin to feel uncomfortable under his scrutiny, but for a moment I could swear I noticed him smiling slightly. Oh yeah, that's a smile. That's a smile. That's a smile right there. However, it could easily be a trick of the morning sun. I look away to face Mamel, not wanting to get caught up in this any longer.
Bamele, we're leaving.
Yes. He lifts his head at my voice and grins through his expression quickly sours into a frown. He shows no eagerness to move forward and keeps his distance. He still feels regret that it is only us who are leaving. I empathize greatly with him, knowing that feeling is one we will never escape from, even after this lake is far behind us. However, he manages to weakly smile again.
Those words are music to my ears. Let's head out.
Yeah, we're alive! Bamel walks towards the forest without even acknowledging the guide. That is for the best on the whole. We must get away from here. It saddens me to think Bamel doesn't even have the strength to become angry, though perhaps he had an epiphany about this lake in the same way that I did. We will be able to discuss that on another occasion. Despite the firmness I so intently tried to have, my heart starts to waver. Margaret, Lou, they're both still here. I wish to give them a proper farewell. I want to do something. My eyes begin to water. I almost turn back around. No, it is done. I need to remember that. They would never want me to ascribe their lives to Sinlos. Nothing would disgrace their memory more. I will keep them in my thoughts without allowing the lake to poison me. With my steadfastness truly regained, I march to the light with no hesitation. Yeah! With a solemn heart, I at last arrived at Hemmer. They were grateful to see me, for it was a desperate situation indeed. The urgency meant that my mind was occupied with other matters. I worked tirelessly to aid Hemmer's own guards in forcing back the brigadiers. But during the moments of calm and when the sun went down, I would remember the lake. Bamel was of great help during the fight. His outwardly positive demeanor lifted the spirits of many around him, but I could see from the shadows in his eyes that he hadn't forgotten what we went through. Nor could I miss the distance that had grown between us. He spoke fewer words to me, and I never gave him any either, yet he seemed stronger than I had seen before. I admire his will. When receiving payments for his services, the guide must give a report of all those who both succeeded and failed to cross the lake. Poor Margaret. The name and fate of Margaret soon became known in Hemmer. I added that she was an intelligent, thoughtful person and urged them to show respect for her passing. I hope that one day I will have the opportunity to go to their hometown and give my own proper respects. And then Lou. His retelling of events had little to say of Lou. I know that is because he was not meant to be there and was never one to open up, but it still saddens me to face how I never truly got to know who he was. I can only pray that those who cared for him will learn the truth of what happened. And the guide. I have not heard nor seen the guide since then. He will remain obscured in that realm of fog and fear, a mysterious light off in the distance that is ever out of reach of the real world. I worry about when I must return home to my usual life. It will be difficult to continue as things were before. One thing I know for certain is that my village elder must be told that no one is to cross Sinlos again. I have already told the Hemmer leaders the same. Not a single more person should have to experience what we did. Its darkness will remain with me for the rest of my days. Though so much was lost, I try to believe that our lessons will keep others from suffering the same way and, in the end, something will be gained. Ta-da! We lived! Oh yeah, that was hard. That was hard. was so hard trying to make sure that we lived. A lot of skipping around, a lot of making decisions and stuff. I probably would have died if I had stayed on that one path where it was different from what the guide said, because it wasn't west. And, you know, we probably would have died. I don't know if I want to play more of this and see if I can get Margaret to live. I mean, I'm pretty fine with Mel. Me and him got a thing going. Or BFFs, possibly something more. I don't know. Some lingering feelings there. And then I don't even want to know what happened if I save Lou. Oh gosh. All the knots and struggles I'd have to deal with that. Because the guy told us not to save him. And if we saved him, we'd be farther away. And we might die. Or I might lose someone. Because they said 2 people at least had to die. Because 3 people went, and one of us died, and then Lou came. So that meant another person had to die. So, if I saved Lou, Mel might die. Or if I went, instead of turning at that one moment, when Margaret didn't turn, we could have saved her, but someone else might have died. And dang, that's so much more we'll have to think about. But we're alive, and that's all that matters. Good job, Kika. I'm glad you finally lived. And so this is MadPanda signing out. If you like my content and you want to see more content like this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. Once again, this is MadPanda signing out. See you later, guys.